Here on the Ron Van Dam Show, our policy is anything goes.
Do not twist my nipples.
Okay, almost anything goes. You're listening to the Ron Van Dam Podcast.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. It's the Ron Van Dam Show.
There you go.
Hold on tight, things can get a bit weird, if you like that sort of thing.
Welcome to the program. It's my pleasure to be here. You invited me into your home or wherever you are to listen to me, and I don't take that lightly. I think it's absolutely ridiculous, but I don't take it lightly. So, thank you for inviting me into your home. When's the last time you fumigated? This stinks in here. And next time you invite somebody into your home, could you please put some pants on? Come on. I think we're all getting in the mood of not dressing up anymore, walking around in our pajamas or completely naked. Now, for some of you walking around the house completely naked, that's okay. But for most of you, you got to look in the mirror. That's enough. That'll be enough. Thank you. That's Jason Shaw doing the music in the background for the program. Thank you, Jason. And that voice you heard in the beginning and writes most of the funny stuff, John Shanahan, ladies and gentlemen. Who books some of the big national guests we have on the show through these booking agencies? Nicole Reed, ladies and gentlemen. Who says that if I don't brush my teeth every day, my gums are going to bleed? My dentist, ladies and gentlemen. Who's surprised that I'm still able to walk around and still are breathing? My doctor, ladies and gentlemen. Who thinks I'm a total moron on two legs? My dog, ladies and gentlemen. Who thinks I'm going to pay my bills every month? The electric company, ladies and gentlemen. I get it, Ron. You got nothing to do here. I understand what you're doing. Yeah, I don't talk about the thing on this show. We have a good time, and we talk about other stuff because we got to be as normal as possible. And for many of us, normal was never there before. We had crazy lives running around like a chicken without a head. Have you heard that expression? Running around like a chicken without a head. That's disgusting. I don't know if it's true or not because I don't check anything that I say. But I believe that if you chop off the head of a chicken while it's alive, and I don't think that's a national pastime anymore, but I guess at one point it was, you had nothing to do, let's find a live chicken and cut its head off and see what happens. I think that was a pastime. But I heard, someone told me, that's what Donald Trump says all the time, I'm leading this country because somebody told me that... A moron. Anyway, if you cut a chicken's head off while it's alive, that the chicken's body will still run around without the head. And that's a rather putrid, disgusting way of making a point. But I believe that if you chop the head off of an animal or a living thing, that the nervous system will continue to operate for a short period of time. And I'm not talking about 2 weeks. I'm talking about maybe 5 minutes, maybe, before the whole system shuts down. So it's a morbid, horrible way of describing how we run around not knowing what we're doing. That's morbid. Yake. You're running around like a cow without its balls. Why? That would be a bull. I don't understand your phrase. What are you talking about? Who made up these things? Was there a person that walked around saying these wise, ridiculous sayings, and then we said, well, that's worth repeating 1,000 times? Confucius. That wasn't his real name. It wasn't Confucius. It was confusing. People called him confusing. This guy was walking around in the Orient somewhere, muttering these little statements, and people would say, you're confusing. And then his name became, well, you know, it's like playing telephone. Confucius. Nobody wanted to spend any time with Confucius. Confucius was annoying. The most annoying Oriental son of a bitch you've ever met in your life. Confucius would say these things just off the top of his head. And when he did, his little mustache would twinge. It was like annoying to watch. But no matter what was happening, and I was like, Confucius, it's time for dinner. Dinner is like a monkey without a tail. What the fuck are you talking about? I just, dinner is ready. Why are you saying that? What's wrong with you? Mrs. Confucius couldn't stand him. Yeah, Confucius would say, well, honey, do you want to have sex? And Mrs. Confucius would say, I have a headache. And Mr. Confucius would say, a headache. A headache is like a pill without a coating. It burns your stomach, and then it relieves you at the same time. What are you talking about? Why are you saying these things? What are you doing? Nobody wanted to be around Confucius. Confucius led a very solitary life. Nobody wanted to be around him at all. And he never showered. Did you know that? Oh, look it up. Google this. Wikipedia. I don't know what that is. Confucius never showered, never bathed, just said things. That's all. Just walked around saying things that total strangers would walk up to a total stranger on the street and say, legs like jelly, spread on toast, but not walk in park. What are you talking about? Why are you talking like that? All right, enough about him. You know, I got to tell you something. It's a little personal. It's not about me. It's about you. I notice whether people are smart or not. I don't think you really think about this stuff. You think if you have a sports team T-shirt, you know, like the Red Sox or the Blue Jays or the Pumpkins. I don't know what team the Pumpkins is. There must be a team somewhere named the Pumpkins. I don't know why, but there must be somewhere. Probably in New Jersey. It's not the sports stuff you have around your house that impresses people. That's just kind of pedestrian. And if you don't know what that word means, then you're kind of pedestrian. Here's what I notice when I walk into somebody's house, and I guess it's just me. A lot of things are just me. When I walk into somebody's house, I notice whether there are any books in there or not. And in some people's abodes, there are no books. There's nothing. There's maybe a magazine, but there's no books. And I'm afraid that says a lot about you. When you walk into somebody's place, which isn't happening right now anyway, but when you walk into somebody's place and you don't see any books, my immediate reaction is these people do not read. They are not smart. Well, Ron, people don't read books anymore. They don't sit down and open up a physical book. They read it on a tablet or on their computer screen. Duh, you archaic little man. People don't read books anymore. Okay. All right, I guess that's a viable response. But it's not true. Here's what you need to do. Go somewhere, find some books, put them on a table and call it a day. I don't give a crap whether you read the books or not. At least make it look like you're intelligent. Can you do that? But Ron, see, I'm talking to myself because you're not here. But Ron, that's a facade. Why am I putting books out to make people think that I'm intelligent when I don't have books out? Ah, that's why. It's like, why do you get dressed every day? You don't have to, but you do, because you want to give yourself the impression that you're worth something. Oh, I get it. Is this a Confucius thing? Yes, it is. Okay, fine. You figured me out. You figured me out. You got me. You got me in a corner. Yeah, I know. You got me. You got me. Here's one thing that I'm not having to do anymore because of this thing. I'm not wearing cologne or perfume or anything like that. What's the point? If you're not out in public, who are you trying to impress? That's the problem. We're not trying to impress anybody anymore. The only time we dress up is when we're doing a video chat. And even then, you can hide most of the stuff. Eesh. Have you looked in the mirror lately? If you're over 40 years old, you're starting to see gray hair show up. I know. Isn't it true? Yeah. A little bit of gray hair because you're not maintaining. You're not maintaining. You're letting it go. No, women are not going to the hairstylist. Men are not going to the barbers. They're hairstylists too, by the way. So they touch up your hair. They make it look good. Now we're looking like Neanderthals because we're not going to those places because they're not open. So we're not maintaining. And most of us don't self-maintain. Seriously? You kidding me? Self-maintain? What language is that in? No. We're starting to look a little chubby and grubby. Remember Chubby and Grubby? Comedy team from the 30s? 2030s, remember that? Chubby and Grubby, Grubby and Grubby. Yeah, we're not bothering to look that good anymore. We're not bothering to dress anymore. We're not putting clothes on because you're not going out in public, really. So what's the point? So we're not dressing up anymore. We're wearing sweat clothes. Ugh. What a horrible name for an entire wardrobe. Sweat clothes. It's got the word sweat in it. There's nothing pretty about sweat. It's stinky, it's drippy, it's smelly, it's disgusting, and yet we name an outfit after it. Look at, I'm wearing my sweatpants. Oh, you're sweating in your pants? I know. Sweatpants you would think would be porous or something, so you don't sweat when you're wearing these pants. It's the opposite. When you walk around, you sweat more in these pants. They're pants that make you sweat. They're sweatpants. As if that isn't bad enough. And it really is. We got sweatshirts. Yeah, we got sweatshirts. They say stuff on them because we're starting to wear them more. There's sports team sweatshirts and funny little sayings like, don't go south if you don't have a mouth. I don't know what that means. Confucius told me that one. Don't go south if you don't have a mouth. What the hell did that come from? Problem is I just made that up. It's catchy, and yet it's disgusting. So now we're wearing sweatshirts. Now we have an entire sweatpants and sweatshirt outfit. We're wearing our sweats. We don't even call them the pants and the shirt. Now we're wearing our sweats today. Well, isn't that an attractive name for how you're dressed? Well, I'll just stand here and watch you sweat. And by the way, sweats are not sexy. You may think they are, but they're not. Nobody looks sexy in a sweatshirt. I don't care. I don't care. Then there's something wrong with you. You're perverted then. That is not a sexy thing. There's nothing sexy about a sweatshirt. Oh, man. God, people have got to dress better. This is no excuse. You've got to self-maintain. You brush your hair every day, don't you? Most of you do. What there is left to brush, why do you do that? What's the point? Because you want to self-maintain a little bit, but you don't go far enough. We're disgusting people. We really are. We really are. You know, in France, they don't have a lot of clothes. They don't. They can afford the clothes, but they don't do it. They spend their money on really good designer clothing. And not a lot of it because it's expensive. They don't have a lot of closet space. You know, here in America, raise your hand if you live in America. Oh, only a few? Okay. Here in America, we have closets, man. We have little rooms, little pieces in the wall where we can hang our stuff. Some of us have walk-in closets. They're separate rooms for your clothes. Your clothes get their own room. What? Yeah, walk-in closet. So you think you're at Macy's or Sears or something with the big, changing rooms. Say walk-in closets. That's ridiculous. But most of places have closets, whether they're big or small. You have a closet to put your clothes in. In France, they don't have closets. They have these big things, these big pieces of furniture that are in the room. They're big bureaus, big things there. What do you call those, things there? Yeah, that's what you call them. They're wardrobes. They're big wardrobes, and they go against the wall. Not in the wall. They're against the wall. They take up room, and they take up a lot of room. So they don't have a lot of room to put their clothes at all. So they don't have a lot of clothes. But the clothes that they do have are very, very, very nice. So it's not odd in France and in most of Europe to see a person wear the same outfit twice in 1 week. It's not odd to see a person wear the same outfit 2 days in a row if they haven't been sweating or something like that. It's acceptable. Now, in this country, if somebody wore the same clothes 2 days in a row, they'd be committed to an insane asylum and carefully watched so that they don't hurt themselves. In Europe, that's perfectly acceptable. In fact, it's normal. In the United States, we have a lot of clothes in our possession, and all the clothes are stupid looking. In France, they have just a few clothes, and they're all beautiful. Yeah. That's the difference between us. It's not the language, it's the way we dress. In Europe, they dress to look good. In the United States of America, we dress to be comfortable. That's all we care. I don't give a crap what I look like. I'm comfortable. I look comfortable. In France, they care. They care. In this country, they don't care. They don't care. So maybe it's time that we started slimming down our wardrobe and looking good for a change. And maybe when we come out of this, we'll all be looking better. I doubt it as well. I also doubt that. Me too. I'll raise my hand. I doubt that as well. I really do. You know what I haven't had in a long time? Pizza. I haven't had pizza in a long time, and I don't know why. It's readily available. It's available in takeout. They deliver to your house. Do you know why? You don't know what my problem with pizza is? It's too expensive for what it is. What the hell is pizza? It's dough, a deer, a female deer. Dough, it's dough. It's dough. Dough is not expensive. Dough is flour, water, or yeast, whatever the hell that is. It's dough. It's just dough. Nothing's cheaper than dough. And what do we put on it? A very thin coating of a good tomato sauce. A very thin coating. We don't splash it on. We just coat. We leave the rim uncoated, as a matter of fact. We just put a very thin coat, like with a paintbrush, of tomato sauce. Not a lot of money there. Not a lot of money of tomato sauce going on that dough. So now we got dough. We got just a painting of tomato sauce on the dough. And there's only one more ingredient, ladies and gentlemen, and that's the cheese. We sprinkle the cheese on top of the tomato sauce. I assume you can buy cheese in bulk. This is not a problem. Then what do? We take those 3 ingredients that are all quite cheap, and we put them in a very hot oven, about as hot as it goes. As a matter of fact, you have to have a special onion. You have to have a special onion. You have to have a special oven in order to put the pizza in. That's where the cost may come in. But other than that, the pizza itself, seriously, 20 cents at the most. A pizza should be 20 cents. Seriously. No matter what size, it doesn't make any difference, 20 cents. But how much is pizza these days? Anywhere from $10 to $15 for just dough, tomato sauce, and cheese. And then you got the delivery price. That's why I don't eat pizza. Now, if you want to make it interesting, you put toppings on, because certainly the pizza is basically is just boring. So we put a topping on. Would you like onions and peppers on your pizza? That sounds wonderful. Onions and peppers on my pizza, that sounds like fun. How much is that? Well, the onions will be $2 and the peppers will be $2. So it's an extra $4. Oh, excuse me now. You're going to sprinkle some diced onions on the top of the pizza, not all over it, just sprinkle it here and there. And that's $2. Where are you getting these freaking onions from? You're charging me $2 for a couple of pieces of a diced onion. Not the whole onion, not a half of an onion, maybe a quarter of an onion. $2? Okay, there's labor involved. But seriously? Come on. It's almost laughable. Toppings are $2 a piece. What, are you kidding me? What are you kidding me? That's why I don't order pizza. It's a ripoff, man. It's a ripoff. It's not like they have to shut down the line in order to grill your steak or something. That's all they have is all they do is put the dough down, put some sauce and some cheese on it, throw it in the oven, and put it in a box. This is all they do. Well, Ron, some of them are also sub shops. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about pizza. What if you just want a slice? Not even the whole pizza, just an eighth of it. An eighth of the pizza. Well, that's $2.90. $2.90 for an eighth of the pizza. That'd be $24 if I had all the slices in a pizza. Yeah, I know. I know it doesn't add up. I never said that we were great at math at the pizza place. But we're trying to run a business here, Ron. Wow. You're out of control. You're out of control. Do you do the horoscope thing? Do you like the horoscope thing? Yeah, they're interesting. I try to keep away from them because I want to be in control of my life. I don't want to tell someone to tell me what's going on in my life. Yet.
Greetings, fellow planet travelers. Kip Starchild here with your New England Broadcasting Horoscopescape. Let's see what the stars have in store for you. Aquarius. If your life seems like it's going nowhere this month, take heart in knowing that you are absolutely correct. That counts for something. Pisces, they say it's very rare for people to get attacked by wild bears in the city, but you are about to prove them wrong. Aries, this month your lucky number is 3, if you know what I mean. Taurus, you know that list of hopes and dreams you've secretly been keeping? Might want to change the title to Bucket List and get going on it. Gemini, the delivery boy is going to add a little something extra to the next pizza you order. Perhaps it's time to reconsider the whole no tipping the delivery boy thing? Cancer, don't put off your big plans just because it looks like someone else beat you to it. There's definitely room for 2 transgendered Caitlins in the world. Leo, a mysterious stranger will approach you with an intriguing proposition soon. The stars are a little unclear, so it's 50-50 that it might be a mugging. Virgo, put the sadness of the past behind you and get back out there in the world. This time, though, put on some pants first, and you're still not allowed near schools. Libra, pursue your dreams no matter what other people say. If you ask me, the world could probably use more whale gynecologists. Scorpio, not looking like a great month for you. The job situation is iffy, the romance will probably come to an end, finances are rocky, but look on the bright side. When and if it eventually shows up. Good luck. Sagittarius, a little more fiber in the diet wouldn't hurt, Capricorn, nobody likes Mondays, of course, but for you, this Tuesday is like, whew, wow, the stars are like cringing and talking about how to express their condolences. I'd say stay inside, but probably not going to make a difference. I'm Kip Starchild, and that's your New England Broadcasting Horoscope Scape for the month. Until next time, peace.
Well, that'll do it for me today. This has been interesting. I'm going to do this again tomorrow. Would you please join me tomorrow? Anytime you have a moment tomorrow, join me again. Brand new show, okay? Yeah, Good Friday? Good Friday. Is it Good Friday? No, it's not. But anyway, join me tomorrow. Until then, I wish you peace.